evening, everybody. Welcome to the Small Ball Podcast on a rainy, stormy Wednesday night this week. We were just talking earlier before we came on, we've had several tornado warnings today, some pretty bad weather, but we're going to bring you a good show tonight and have a little fun. I'm Charlie Rogers here with Chancey Rogers and friend of the podcast, return visitor Cannon Turner from Purvis High School. How's it going, fellas?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Hey, Charlie. Y'all got some bad weather down here. It's rained for 2 days on start. We ain't got bad weather, but it's like they're talking about flooding a little bit up here, but not bad weather.
It was pretty rainy here, man. It rained really hard for a while, and we had a couple of tornado warnings. There was some swirly clouds, and if y'all don't mind me, I'm trying to watch the end of this Ole Miss basketball game, but there's some swirly clouds and that kind of stuff. The kids had to go into the hallway and do the whole head on the ground thing and all that, but I don't think anything ever touched down, so we're good. But at one point, I think earlier today, it was out there close to Purvis. That's kind of where one of those warnings started out. So I'm glad everybody's okay, and Cannon was able to get on with us. What's been going on in your world, Chancey?
Well, today we had lessons, and then Nolan had his little he has facility practice on Wednesday night, so we knocked that out. And then I had a little tryout come from Louisville. He's actually an 8th grader, but tried out for the 15U team, prospect team. So done that, but we've been good. I took the weekend. I've been traveling back and forth for multi weeks and pretty much 7 days a week for club training, and so we stayed up here this weekend. We finished up club training Saturday, had Super Bowl, which we'll talk about later when Joe hops on here, but we done that and ate some crawfish and kind of started a regular week. But been watching
that time of year.
Yeah. Been watching baseball. With the high school started, of course we got Cannon.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about that, and then JUCO started, and that's exciting because we've got a few players. Wade Barr's been on the show. He's had a few good. Kay Clinton from Summerall at Holmes, been getting some hits, and so that's always fun. My phone, like, it's hard for me to focus because I'm following everybody. It's going to get real bad next year because that 2025 class, which Cannon's in, so many guys that's in that class, just so many. And so it's been fun getting them going. And then, watching the high school now, so watching Cannon, and a lot of them have been going live through Game Changer. So I've been watching that. I watched J.D. Harvey and Seminary play Northeast Jones. Was it last night? It was last night. And that was fun. It was a close game to the 7th, and they turned it on in the 7th.
Well, Cannon's got more important people to hang out with than us tonight. so let's go ahead and chat with him, and then when Joe gets on later, we'll go through our boring stuff. But man, Cannon, Purvis High School, getting this season started up. Talk to us about how last season ended first.
I guess you could say it ended in heartbreak because we lost to the boys up north, as we call them. From Summerall. So, yeah. I mean, the year before we gave it to them. So, I've been on both sides now, and it sucks on the losing side, I tell you that. And losing the South State Championship, it wasn't fun. And I feel like we didn't have a fun, like, that backstretch wasn't the funnest for us. It was more rough than fun. So we didn't end how we wanted, but we'll try again this year.
Well, we've talked about that rivalry with Summerall, and I think it always comes down to y'all two, Purvis and Summerall, and I think what's even harder about that, in my mind, is that they're just a crosstown rival. They're just right there. Y'all are in the same school district.
Yeah.
And I think that makes it even tougher when you lose to them, especially in a big game like that or a big series like that. because you know those guys and you're going to see them and you're going to, everybody goes to Hattiesburg and to do stuff. And so I know that makes it tougher. But what are we looking forward to this season, man? You guys should be pretty good. You got several highly rated guys on that team, and just talk about what the future looks like for the Permis Tornadoes.
Yeah, I think we're feeling good. We have a pretty bright future. I think this coming into this season, I feel like we've been more relaxed and feel like the pressure's not on us anymore. It's more on other people, and it's not on us. So I feel like we've been more relaxed. Our practices have been a lot better, more relaxed. We're just having fun, being around each other. This is a good group of guys, and we just love being around each other every day. So I feel like we're going to be really good in the lineup and hitting wise and pitching and defense. So if you can put all three together, it's going to be hard to beat.
Absolutely. Chancey, what you got? What you think about the Purvis Tornadoes this year? I know you, Chancey, like you just said, you're always following somebody. So what do you think about the Naders this year?
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of guys we've seen for many years. Of course, Parker twins and Cannon and Ethan, and but you got some other guys that I'm not as familiar with that I think's coming into the lineup, and probably some guys that's going to pitch some for you guys to help, because that's kind of been y'all's thing is, one of the better offensive teams in the area. But pitching's kind of been a thing for y'all. So, I'm thinking you got some young ones that can fill some innings, and I think you got some veterans that you included going to go up there and shove it and have the confidence even more now. Like you said, less pressure always is better. When you go have fun, this is your last ride. This has been a fun group to watch. This is a group that's been talked about for a long time. I know, Farlow's talked about it, and all the Purvis people that I work with, they've talked about it, and it's great to see them as seniors, and they have won, and they're hungry for another one, I think, and before they go out. So.
And the Tornadoes are 1-0. Got off to a start earlier this week with a big win, and somebody went deep in that game. Who went deep in that game, Cannon?
Me and Joe went deep. We both went deep. So.
Awesome.
Pictures. I saw this. There were some steal shots. That was pretty sweet.
Oh yeah.
Talk us through that, Cannon. First game of the year, man. Talk us through going yard the first game of the year.
First game of the year. Of course, you always want to start out with a just base hit, trying to get on the board. First hit of the season, and going through the game, I had a hard ground out to short. I struck out once, and then I had a changeup thrown. It looked just like a fastball, what it's supposed to do, and so I was out in front and hit it off the end straight to the shortstop, kind of a little bit of a liner. But I mean, I felt pretty good about my bats through the night, and I came up to my fourth at bat, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna swing at one right here and see how far it goes, and it went pretty far.
Went pretty far.
Like, I mean, I watched you hit for a long time. You're not really a pull ball guy. Great job of staying behind it and using your leverage to hit the other way and hit the other way with power. But you caught that thing out front, stayed in your legs. One thing I can say, because I've watched your swing progress throughout the years, I do love where your hands are starting and where you're loading into just on the mechanic side. You're a lot more cold than you were, I thought, last year. I don't know if you've intentionally done that. Have you?
Well, I guess I came into this year in the lives, and I started hitting bad at first, and I was like, well, the problem was my hands. I had problems with my hands, and I was like, man, I'm hitting bad. I mean, I don't know really what slot my hands should be. Just find somewhere comfortable and go with it. And that's what I did. I found somewhere comfortable, and ever since then, when I found out where my hands were, the swing just took over, and everything else felt great.
I always say that there's no right or wrong way or where you should put your hands. It's just going to be right for you.
Mm-hmm.
So You got to make it make sense and keep playing with it, you know, and it's what we do. My man Joe just dropped in. I promise you, he's chased his hand several times.
Hey, I don't went. Hey, you might well say I'm the real swing man, because I done changed my stance so many times. But hey, look, just to add on to what you were saying, the second you start really getting very cautious about your body and your hands, man, it takes away from your athleticism. So sometimes, a guy like you, because I actually saw that video of you hitting that home run, and I was like, bro, who is this? Then I looked and I said, oh, I met this guy. I met this guy. And man, like I'm not, just like Chauncey said, very quiet, but very efficient.
Yeah.
And it's the path is there, so like you said, bro, like sometimes, man, you take the hands out the equation and you let you let everything else go to work. And that's exactly what I saw, from this short time. And like Chauncey said, he's been seeing you, swinging forever. So he sees it. But yeah, it was quick, bro. I liked it. It was explosive, man. I liked it for real.
So now Cannon's got to make some money. So get on out. We only had him for 10 minutes. So go make some money. Tell all the boys I said hello. And if you need some Texas Hold'em lessons, I do those. I
think it's $10 buy-in tonight, so not too much money, but
big pot. Hey, you got.
Hey, it should be about $100 pot tonight. 100 and something.
Shoot, I need to come out where they at. Yeah, I need to come out where they at.
All right, I'll see y'all.
See you, Cannon.
Thanks, Cannon. That's Cannon Turner, Purvis Tornadoes, senior there. The Rebels did pull out the win over South Carolina here just a second ago. So all is right with the world.
They needed to do that. Mississippi State
did.
Week, and Florida came off that win of Kentucky, and they were kind of hot.
Yeah, and Ole Miss got State at home Saturday, I believe. So that ought to be fun. It was fun last time.
We're gonna be in Beaumont this weekend. We're gonna. It's opening weekend of baseball. Allie's gonna be up here by herself doing that. She'll be in the dugout with Mississippi State, and I'm gonna be watching it. But it's the last weekend to kill deer down in the southeast quadrant. So I told my dad, because nobody hunted. It's just like I appreciate the extra season, but this time of the year, like we just can't get anything done. Nolan killed one little deer, and that ain't gonna make it. So we're gonna have to go in slaughter mode. And
go get you something.
Hey, you got a little truck.
We're eating it tonight. Allie does Hamburger Helper. I mean that it's like we rely on it. So when it gets low, and I'm low of sausage. I was good for sausage for a couple of years, and now I'm low of sausage. So I got to do some more sausage, and because anytime I grill, I throw a pack on. And we didn't kill a hog this year. Usually I have like straight hog and then a deer. And so I have a mixture, and I use certain things with a hog one, and then certain things with deer. And we're down to a couple packs, and so it's like, all right, let's go do something. So we're gonna do that this weekend.
Hey man, you gotta load the truck, man. You gotta load that bed. You can't come out the woods we can't come out the woods with an unloaded bed, man. That's a simple rule. Cause someone gotta get on that truck bed.
Nolan's ready. Look, he killed. So like the last day of the season for bird hunting. My dad's got these Canadian geese, and we get them every year, but, and we don't shoot them or nothing. They're like decoration. Well, this year, usually we get a couple bald eagles too, and it kind of keeps them at bay. This year, they went no bald eagles, and there's about 30 to 40 Canadian geese in Daddy plants ryegrass by the lake for cows and deer, and it's two different. One that's closer to the lake. Nothing. It looks like somebody disced it. Them daggum geese have ate it up they look like hogs have been out there.
Some states they're considered pests.
Oh yeah. Well, there's a couple snow geese mixed in with them too. So no one's like, I want to kill one of the white ones. But I dropped him off with Weston. All right. Weston. So I texted Weston. I was like, he wants to go shoot one of them. Daddy said try to kill one of the birds, but I don't know. He's too little to shoot a 20 gauge. He gave him a 410 and put buckshot in it. Weston texted me, said, he sent me a picture. He said, Nolan just shot this out of the sky with a 410 and buckshot. I said, no way. So if you go look at Miss Tex Outdoors, I posted it.
I'm finna go look at that right now, boy. I'm finna go look at that right now. Hey, no, that's how just like me, man. My first gun was a 14, so I know exactly how that is.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So a lot going on right now. I do want to say we had our you probably saw pictures. We had our camp that we've been talking about last weekend at USM. We had Jonathan Papelbon there. We had Brian Dozier there, and they did great. Papelbon and Dozier both were very good at teaching. They were very good teachers with the kids. We had, I think it was over 30 kids there. It was a big group. It was a nice day. Everything went really well with that. And then USM scrimmaged right after. So most of the kids stayed and watched the scrimmage. And if I lose
that's
power,
actually pretty nice.
Yeah, y'all see my lights flickering. If I lose power, I'm sorry. But yeah, it was a good day, and it was a lot of fun. I don't know if you guys, I assume Chancey, you probably met Dozier before.
Yeah.
But he ended up staying. Papelbon had to leave early. Dozier ended up staying. They played wiffle ball for the last hour or so of the camp, and he pitched the entire wiffle ball game. I think Tommy asked him if he wanted him to pitch a little bit, and he was like, "No, I got it. He pitched the whole game." So I think he had a good time.
Yeah, I saw the pictures. Looked like it was great. I was so proud of him out there and whatnot. But that's funny because I met both of them, and it's definitely two opposite personalities. But they're to do that for you guys, and that was a big deal, getting you guys ready for Cooperstown.
Yeah, absolutely. And they both of those guys, MLB All-Stars, World Series champions. I mean, you can't get too much better than that. There was a couple of times where there were some guys, just kind of they would go hit off the tee or something, like, "Hey, go hit off the tee again." They're like, "Well, we hit off the tee by ourselves." And like, well, you might should go hit with the guy that won a World Series and that led the league had the whole record for home runs for second baseman. Maybe go see how he hits and let him help you out a little bit. But it was good. It was a lot of fun. And then Sunday was good too. Jackson got baptized. Don't know if y'all saw that or not, but Jackson got baptized Sunday morning.
That's big. That's awesome. It looked like some of the players came and stuff too.
Yeah. There was a bunch of kids there, and there were some that were there that were not in the picture because they had to go to do different things, Sunday school and different stuff. But yeah, I mean there were a lot of his friends were there, a lot of baseball players were there, and so it was a lot of fun, and it was a good day.
That's awesome.
Congrats for real.
Yeah. Thank y'all. Okay, well, enough about me. So what Joe, what you been up to, man? I saw you've been painting, you've been building. What you been doing?
Hey, get to that money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But basically just is a good way, good thing to have connections. And with a construction company with my dad, hey, if any way that kind of is going to be inevitable, I'm going to own a company at some point. So the last few days was basically an opportunity for me to do some like throwing in the fire learning. And he's been had this relationship with a really, really nice lady that she's kind of in charge of a couple apartment complexes in the southern region, like all the way from Hattiesburg to Pensacola, and that little region there. So basically, we end up getting a contract to go over there and do what I mean, I ain't trying to put apartments in general out, but it's apartments. People live in them before you, this and that, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody has to go in between and make sure things are okay. You know what I mean? And replace what needs to be replaced and put new, whatever. So we ended up getting about 10 units that we needed to go do. And paying north of $400 per unit. So that was a quick,
Yeah.
That was a quick, little quick hit, but those are the type of things. So just going over there, basically being a project manager, man, and just learning how to, just run little small things, little small groups and projects for stuff like that. And good, we literally knocked it out from Monday to the day, and automatically got another contract for next week in Jackson. So hopefully that's same pay, get that handled. But yeah, man, just business stuff per
Yeah,
usual.
you're learning that.
Awesome.
Yeah, learning the little bit of the trade and how the business side works and everything. I've done that with my dad for many years. Is always, I use those skills, dealing with baseball parents, dealing
Right.
with whatever. So, that's awesome.
And I've also, I mean, you haven't been taking all that time off from baseball. I saw you hitting at the Smoke yesterday,
yeah.
day before.
Oh yeah. So right now I did go ahead and sign with a team in the American Association based out of Milwaukee, but that's just to go ahead and have that in the back pocket. And that's just so, like, no matter what, I'm going to go play. But recently I have been in a little bit of conversations, because that's the good thing about with organizations. So independent ball, it doesn't clash.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times some teams, they be like, yeah, we're not even gonna let you get to there. So you just, you know you come here. So, and that's actually kind of what happened. So I signed last week, and automatically I end up getting 3 calls from 3 teams asking, like, hey, you know what's up with the agent situation, because right now I don't have an agent. So that's the hardest thing. I think I have been missing some stuff because I end up parting ways or whatever, but I'm basically my own agent right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm not used to doing that. And how much I be running, ripping and running, I'm probably missing calls that I probably could have. So it's been good. But yeah,
I got
I'm
I got a guy for you in Arizona.
ooh. Ooh, all right, Chance.
So he owns Pinnacle Sports.
I've heard of that before.
So right, I was working with 59, and it was kind of like a side thing. He was going to kind of get me to be like a bird dog for him.
Hmm.
But he's out of Springfield, Missouri. Yeah, Springfield, Missouri. No, yeah, Springfield, Missouri. He's not Arizona. He's not Arizona. He's Springfield, Missouri. I just talked to him while I was in Arizona. So he was Tyler's agent, and he's one of these guys. Like, he's got a ranch too. Um, he let Tyler drive his Corvette and his dually to the ball field.
Really?
He's a cool agent, but he's got a lot of guys. But he's one on one that's big enough not to be like a nothing.
Yeah. All right. Well, look, hey.
I still got his number. I'll talk with Tyler to see, make sure that's still a good relationship there and everything. But it could be a guy to talk to, and he could kind of lead you. Because I know back then he had pro guys, big league guys, minor league guys, and independent guys. It was like he's a referral guy. Like he's not just taking anybody and everybody, and he likes the personalities. He wants personality.
Right.
He raises bucking bulls too. I went out to his ranch when Tyler played in Springfield where he lives, and that's what I said. He drove his dually and stuff. I was like, "Who's trucking you?" Oh, that's my agents.
What? That's crazy. That's crazy.
He hooked me up. It's Pinnacle. So I used to have a shaving kit with Pinnacle on it. He gave me all kind of stuff because he was getting me certified to be like a bird dog for him, and all it is pretty much like a Southern Miss or anybody or a high school kid come through, and they're going to be a high draft pick, just giving them a referral.
Yeah.
And a buzz cook getting them. Pretty much.
Well, hey, look, we'll get hooked up with that. But yeah, Charlie. Hey, it's time to go now. So it's been every day for me, and then plus just helping out with the baseball team where I can. I really, really hate. Well, I don't hate it, but then again, I hate not being there Monday for that Oak Grove and Hasbro High game. That was my absolute plan, was to be there. for that game. But when this came up, I was, Joe Gray Sr.
Yeah.
said, "Hey, bro, go get to that cash." So I had to go do that.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
So you have been working some with those guys,
Oh yeah.
the team. Good.
Oh yeah.
Good.
But I mean, I was in there. I was in the dugout with them on Saturday at the Jamboree, man, and a lot of it is just like getting them to understand that they can kind of play free. I understand that y'all are in high school and things like that, but like what I tell them all the time, man, y'all can actually try to take your shots. Like having that freedom to tell yourself, all right, you know what? And a lot of it just like reading the game. If you are up 7-2 or 7-1 or 5-1 and it's third, fourth inning, I'm not gonna lie. I'm telling my guys, you see that scoreboard, go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Cause don't let off the gas pedal.
Yeah.
And also you get the opportunity. Okay, you play for your team early and often. We're up. Take the chance. Don't throw away at bats. But I give you 2 strikes to take the chance.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I give you 2 strikes to go out there and try to drive this ball. And now depending on where you at, that's where you should be at every at bat. But yeah, for sure. Just getting them to understand approach and having intent. That's all.
How's that team look?
What you think about Andrew Jordan? And
he's a dog. I mean, but he's a dog. But we gonna talk. I gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. But about him specifically, bro, Whippy man,
he's still a baby.
dog,
He played 14 or 15U baseball this year. I
bro.
played him up with he was 14, but I played him up with my 15th last year. Man, he could play every position on the field.
Yeah.
He got after a competitor. It was a good, he wanted to, he almost wanted to lead too much. And, he learned how to kind of control all that. But he helped other players for sure.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of him. I wish I had him all the time just next to me because, there were some things to fix, just mentally mainly. And, but he's going to have a cannon, bro. He's going to have a cannon.
Listen.
He's little. He's still little.
Listen. Mark my words. Mark my words. One thing is he may be able to beat the type of arm I had in high school. I'm be real with you. And that's a lot of people don't understand. When I say that now, I ain't trying to toot my own horn, but even though I hated pitching, I was 96 off the mound. So that's what the case was. I could come through there and pump you up to 96.
You had a
he
big outfield too.
Hey, listen,
pitching.
this kid Saturday at the Jamboree. Now, of course, I'm over here still trying to work out some rust and stuff, wherever the case is. But dog, he's over here just like letting it fly. And I'm like, okay, all right, you actually do got a cannon on you. See, he got a strap. So yeah.
Where's he playing position wise?
Shoot, they got him playing everywhere. Honestly. Yeah. They got him playing everywhere.
So he can catch it and I loved him in the infield, but I loved him in the outfield too because he it's like everywhere he went he adjusts. But when he got behind the plate, Dom was telling me like, oh no, he'll be one of the better catchers you've seen at that age, and I was like, oh, not really. He's too athletic. He's almost like he's too athletic, dude. This dude just, he would block and just come up and he would do a short arm action, like look totally different outfield. It's like he adjusts wherever he's at. But that's almost his personality, like you take him with a bunch of rednecks that got fishing poles and stuff, he's going to turn. And like you would think that he was just raised on a lake, and
100%.
He adjusts to whatever atmosphere he's in. So I think he adjusts to whatever pitch he's in. So anyway, shout out Andrew Jordan. He's a dog. Be looking for him, and hopefully we'll get him this summer. A little bit.
Dog, man. And he's 15 and he was already hitting 88.
Oh.
I mean, 88 in scrimmages, and I think he hit 80, 87. No, he actually hit 89 Monday. They told me. So he has right now. Charlie Chelsea, he put on 10 more pounds. Not even that much. He put on 10 pounds
He's still
in
skinny.
the summer. Dog, he'll be throwing 93 next year. Easy.
I believe it. He's whipping. Yeah. So yeah, Charlie, he played with the Bulls on Anthony's team that had like a lot of the Summerall boys that kind of come in there. Walker, Ethan, Aiden Gills, a lot of them guys that's been with us a long, long time. And Andrew,
Yeah, I'm sure I've seen him. I'm sure I've seen him in the facility or somewhere.
he played with a 14U. He'd go back and forth. He played with 14U, then I'd bump him up to 15U. Like we went through, so the 15U won a perfect game event in Gulf Shores. Pretty big deal. There was like teams from Illinois they played, and like out of state teams. That's always fun when you can win something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so they done great. And had Ty Keys on there, and so Ty would lead off. We had an Andrew hitting in 2-hole, but I remember Andrew hit a home run at PCS with a 14U, and that's when I knew it was like he's got a little whippy power, like a little like wiry power, and that's where that arm comes from because he was throwing guys out from behind the plate. You put him in right field, throwing guys out down at the plate. Put him at second. He's rolling double plays, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what this kid's going to do. I keep hearing about him. And then we take him to Gulf Shores, and he's like fishing every day and just having the time of his life. And then we go and win it and competing his tail off. And, man, we had so much fun with Andrew. So hopefully we get him back this summer and get him going. I know Chris has got his arm around him pretty good over there at SBG.
Yeah, well, hey. Okay. All I'm going to say is okay. All I'm gonna say is okay. Let the right person start talking. All I'm gonna say is okay.
Yeah, I know all of I got TikTok going over here. Walker says I saved Andrew from drowning.
From drowning? That's good. Thank you, Walker, for that.
You get 10, 14, 15-year-old kids out at the beach for a week.
Yeah.
And how we kept them focused because, like, I knew we had a chance to win it once we rolled in. We went undefeated in pool because it's a week long. It's a week long. So, they're walking on the beach, shirts all. I've been there. I mean, and I'm telling them what to do too. I'm like, no, go down there and talk. You got to talk to the boys. Well, Andrew ain't scared, and then Ty already had 10 Division I offers, so he's walking by, and they were messing with him like, calling him D1 and stuff, and he don't know how to control himself. He just tells him, yeah, I got all these football offers, and you can't help it because he just loves the attention, smiling, loving it. But look, that's part of growing up, and it's fun. It's a great experience.
Man, I remember just real quick, but I remember when I first got drafted, man. People used to ask, you look like you play a sport. Like, yeah, I play tennis. And I always remember, like, like if we were in Phoenix, I said I play tennis at Grand Canyon University. So they're like, oh, tennis. You play basketball or football. I'm like, nah, man, I play tennis, man. GCU. GCU roster. Brand new freshman. It'd be lying out my tail, man. But yeah, Andrew's a dog. Yeah, he'll be the next big name, at least on the pitcher side. He has a lot of upside on his pitching for sure.
That arm, the arm is electric. Let's talk other. So high school kicked off. Got to see Summerall. I think they beat Oak Grove. They played Oak Grove, beat Oak Grove. I think Leo beat them. Am I right or am I wrong?
I don't know.
I got you. I'm about to pull it up. I can just pull it up like this.
Leo pitched?
Yeah, Leo pitched. I'm gonna pull it all up.
I gotta say what's up to him, man. I ain't seen him in so long. I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, so he's going to Ole Miss. He was pretty good last year. Had a really good summer. That's what created the Ole Miss thing. And then, I think they're definitely expecting him to have a really good year this year. Just throwing strikes this thing. I mean, he's up to 93. A massive body. Let's see, Summerall. Where we at?
Yeah, I saw that he was going to Ole Miss. I didn't know a whole lot about him, but
It fits the bill. It
They
fits the bill. That's the type of size guys they live for.
they tied Oak Grove.
tied. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Leo had 2 hits. So Leo pitched just an inning. They all pitched. Summerall's got so much pitching, it's ridiculous. So they all threw it. This is just a jamboree. Leo threw an inning with a K. He did have 4 walks, so that wasn't good.
See, that's why sometimes I don't like Jim Reese, because a guy like Leo
Yeah.
with that type of arm, he may need 3 to 4 innings to really settle in.
I agree. Of course, EJ Booth went all. He hit a home run the other day against their opener was who they played.
Hattiesburg.
Oh, Hattiesburg. Yeah, you saw. So yeah, he hit a backside home run. I talked about him yesterday. I had a lesson with a kid that reminded me of him. Kinda. He's not going to be as fast as him, but he's 11, same kind of hips, and just oh my god, he hit backside ground balls like 100 miles an hour off the bat. I said, all right, we're about to we're about to hit some 300-foot home runs. 11 you.
Yeah.
We got him called up and got him just releasing those babies. And his daddy was like, I've never seen him turn on balls like that. I was like, well, look, he always can hit backside, but I want him to turn on balls.
Right.
EJ just can do that, and that's just what he is. He's been working with Kai to actually work on getting extended on balls and hitting balls out front and hitting home runs too. Just because that's going to be part of his game. He's too big
not to be able to do that.
Not to be able to do it exactly. Seminary won last night. They played Northeast Jones. JD had 2 doubles. They're going to be Seminary is going to be pretty good in 3A. They had a kid move in from Prentice Christian and Sinclair. Last name Sinclair. He's a lefty, can fly. He started the game. I watched it because it was live, and the kid's good. I heard he was good, and so I watched him, and he's good. He moved from Prentice Christian because he wasn't getting recruited, and so
yeah, I mean, you ain't seeing nothing out of Prentice Christian.
So
I'm gonna tell you guys, I didn't even know Prentice Christian was a school. So
oh really? It used to be called Prentice Institute.
Yeah,
that was the old.
I didn't know that either.
Prentice Christian's where Anthony Bourne graduated from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I should have known then. The home event, they should advertise that.
They should. He went and played football and baseball at Pearl River, but blew out his knee and ended up just playing baseball. But yeah, he was dog there. But yeah, I've had several kids that played with the Bulls that play at Prentice Christian. You don't
Never heard of it
because you don't hear about them because they just don't play anybody, and just to be honest, it kind of fades out because you get stuck in what that looks like. The same thing with a couple kids that go to Jeff Davis. It's a football school, so baseball is not.
Yeah,
there's a kid over at Jeff Davis that Cam that can go play college baseball, and me and Dom's working on him. But it's just not a baseball school, so it just gets it's not advertised.
Right.
But yeah, the Sinclair kid moved over, and he's leading all for them. JoJo Flowers, who I got to find a spot for, he's played with the Bulls forever. He'll go play college baseball. He's a 6'6", 6'7", 60, I believe. Can hit. He's not very big, but he can go play somewhere. We got several HBCUs on him, but we're going to get him a spot. And then you got JD Harvey, who's committed to Mississippi Gulf Coast. Then you got on the mound Drake, who played with us. Also, Drake Williamson. I don't know where Drake signed somewhere. He's a lefty that's up to 88. They're going to be good in 3A. They got some arms. JD come in and just it was a 3-0 game or something, and then going into 7th, it ended up being like 12-0. And JD already came out of the game behind the plate, prepared to pitch. He come in, and I don't know what he was throwing, but he was throwing gasoline. 3 up, 3 down, 3 Ks. Gas, blowing it by him. Sorry for any Northeast Jones people that's listening. But he hurt their feelings. But I knew. Look, his daddy always jokes he's going to end up being a PO, but I'm gonna be very upset if he ends up being a PO because he can hit. But he's one of them very fundamental kids, and he just ended up with a body. So his pitching mechanics are gorgeous, just gorgeous. So I could see it happen.
Drake Williamson committed to Jones.
Yeah, Drake's good. Drake was a bull. He played on that same team with Cannon and JD.
Yeah, I was just looking it up because you couldn't remember where it was, so I was gonna look it up.
Tyler Brady talking to us. What up, Tyler?
Tyler Bray.
I talked. I don't know what. I don't know if it was live or not, but yeah, I was talking about. Oh no, I've done the tryout with a kid today, and I mentioned him going sidearm. He's 15. His coach got him going sidearm, but I had him throw like doing crow hops, and I told his dad my favorite thing about him is his arm action, and I'd hate to, usually they do that if something's wrong, and you're just better from there. But Tyler was a third baseman; he just kind of threw from there anyway, and he ended up throwing harder from down there. Oh, hey, did you watch JJ? Yeah, he's growing up. So Tyler coached the first team to ever win a tournament in the Bulls organization, and JJ Morale was on that team, and he was a lefty. That was just a dog. He not a very big kid, but JJ is going somewhere too. I don't know if he's committed or not, but JJ should be a sophomore, maybe. Sophomore maybe. But yeah, JJ is a dog. He can swing it too. Short and stocky. But he plays for Pearl River Central, and they would drive.
Central, yeah, he's not
committed.
He doesn't graduate till 27.
Okay, he's a sophomore. Okay, yeah. So no, he will though. I promise you. Probably Pearl River get him. He'll be a 90s from the left side guy eventually. He beautiful arm action at 10 years old. Tyler coached him at 10, and Tyler was single with no kids then, and so I kind of forced him into it. He's like, "What are you making me do, coach these kids?" But he had a lot of fun with them, man. They won a lot of games. Very talented team. COVID hit them and messed them up a little bit, and of course Tyler's got a big business with Farm Bureau down on the coast now, and got 2 kids and lovely wife Lindsay, and they're rocking and rolling. But a lot of baseball knowledge sitting over there in the Farm Bureau office. I promise you.
We've had Tyler on here before, haven't we?
Oh yeah, he's been on here.
I thought so.
Tyler, look, this McKaylee has made this. Look how sweet that is, and look. So I got Joe's. Hold on.
I got my hat on too. Got my small ball hat.
See, I'm just the only one, huh? All right.
Yep, you're the only one that doesn't have anything.
Charlie's got the hat on, but yeah, McKaylee done that. So proud of McKaylee getting some stuff going. She's been looking for chickens and farm animals lately. She's really getting in that side of things on TikTok. She's also running for alderman in the town of Leaksville, is what I heard lately. So she's 22 or 23. She's got big hopes, which I kind of like. When my mom told me that, I was like, I could see her like getting into politics, and I could see her. I mean, she's just valedictorian, very smart, got a degree from Ole Miss, so it could go places.
Awesome.
That's dope. That's pretty nice, man.
So that's high school baseball started up. Youth baseball has started up. There were a few tournaments this weekend. A few Bulls teams got some wins. Our team actually, we start up this coming up weekend. We'll play Saturday.
Where?
Well, originally it was in Brandon, but they've moved us to McGee now. So we'll be in McGee.
Where y'all gonna hit some home?
Hope so. It's a 1-day tournament. Hopefully we can hit a few out of there. Hopefully the rain holds off so we can play is the deal.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It'll be my phone will be busy. which I love it. It's that time of year, type deal. So, so Drew had a fundraiser tournament over in Summerall, and his 13U just rolled through there, which they are 20-0 from the fall. They're too loaded, in my opinion. But I'm ready for them just to bump up the 14U and get beat. You
said they're too loaded, Chance?
Yeah. Oh, they hadn't lost. They're 20-0. Like, I need them to lose. You can't go 20-0.
Nah, bro. We want them dubs. You gotta eat what James Winston say. You gotta eat them dubs.
You gotta eat the dubs.
You gotta eat them dubs. Charlie wants to see your boy cry, Charlie. He wants to see your boy cry one time.
Chancey likes to get people's feelings hurt, man. He likes to see them lose.
I know why he wants it. I know why he wants it. He wants them to feel it, so they don't ever have to feel it again, because they don't know what that feels like yet.
Yeah, but if you never have to feel it to start with, then that's even better, right?
Tell him, Charlie. Tell him. Imagine 50-0. Imagine.
I won a lot of games in high school. You got the pro ball. You don't win that many games.
You know what? We dang straight don't. Like.
You gotta get.
Hey, you gotta learn how to lose.
You can lose. You can lose 6 in a row and still win the league.
Not really learn how to lose. Just like find better competition. I just like that because it's coming. It's coming. Look. I don't know. When we were very dominant in high school, we're 27-5, right? And then you get to college and it's just different. You ain't going you're gonna lose more than 5 games. I don't care how good you are, and you just gotta know that's part of baseball. These teams get too loaded. I really do. I do think they get too loaded. But anyway, we're gonna find them some competition that. There's some 13U teams out there that can beat them. I promise you, we're gonna find them.
Oh, I'm sure there are.
Just go put them in a 15U. Go skip 2 levels. Skip 2 levels. Put a 15.
Chance, you can't get them to skip 1 level.
Yeah, just skip 1 level. I don't like them to be satisfied. That's the other thing. You get satisfied in this game and it eats you up. You can't get satisfied. You got to stay hungry. Stay hungry. Yeah. So
youth baseball starting up. Like I said, hopefully this weekend rain will hold off and we get some games in, and so Chancey can post some.
I'll have them posted. Look, usually this time of year, that first tournament, we're usually more prepared than most teams, and this is when I'll get 5 or 6 wins on every weekend, and for a while, teams catch up with us a little bit.
Talk about club training finishing up. That kind of feeds right in. Your teams are usually, or Bulls teams are usually more prepared, and I think that probably has something to do with it, right?
Oh yeah, there's no doubt. That's why we do it. It's not just what they learn, but they're literally doing something every week to all right, we're prepared, and then it's not so much all right, here we go play a tournament. First outing and oh, how did I pick the second? It's not because it's not something, travel teams don't practice every day. So they practice twice a week if at the most. So that's not something you're just going to coaches are going to make sure they do or we went over bunt coverages. We also, cut the 3 first ball that the outfielder gets where I go. Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. So, it's they're way more fresh. They're way more ready to go. But nothing does that better than a game. So I just see it every year, and I see that we're a little more fresh. I see that our teams are throwing flat grounds and we throw strikes more than everybody else. That's important. A lot of teams don't do that. It's all right, we'll practice a little bit. Make sure you throw a bullpen, and we're going to play next week. A lot of teams do that, and some get away with it and they're good, whatever. But I'm all about being prepared because it does not change. If you play college baseball, it's weeks and weeks and weeks of preparation. You play pro ball, it's weeks and weeks and weeks of preparation. It's just that's the game that we play. It takes a long time to prepare. It takes a long time to do a season. It takes a long time to go through the playoffs. It's a long sport.
Yeah, and then youth baseball, you start practicing, and in about 3 weeks, you're ready to play a tournament.
Yeah,
You don't practice very long. One of the things I do like about club training is we'll go through 4 weeks of club training and never pick up a bat. I mean, I guys we're not hitting because I mean everybody can hit. It's working on those things to be prepared.
It ain't never about hitting. Yeah, it's usually never about hitting. If a kid's hungry enough, they go and hit. But yeah, you hit at the facility. Yeah, this is strictly like just to get the game rolling. You get you understanding. Of course, with the younger ones, this is the first time they're hearing a lot of stuff. But the older ones, I'm very proud of the 12U group, very proud of the 13U group. They knew what was going on, and I mean, there's some new faces, and that's like a little bit like, okay, I didn't know we were supposed to go there on that play. I didn't know, and then they roll into junior high, and it's great. They got to see some of that. I saw Mitch get his junior high debut.
Yeah, they put him on the mound and hit him fourth in his very first game, so that's not bad.
Pretty awesome. Proud of old Big Mitch.
I think he pitched pretty well too.
Oh, he's going to be fine. I mean, he's prepared for this for a long time.
Yeah,
but it's going to be a good adjustment for him. Of course, him being on a big field is going to be good. It's going to help him a lot. He's been on that little field in the last couple of years. Definitely dominated at the plate, and right there at the end of our season last year, just behind the plate, it was almost like the bases were too small for him. So, excited to see him on a big field, and hopefully they'll put him behind the plate some because I think he can be a catcher if he really pushes himself. And so, yeah, excited about that. I know Mike is, and there's no better feeling than seeing that. So, yeah, proud of that, and got some other ones out there playing, and I'll be keeping up with all that. Like I said, my game changer is just crazy. It's crazy of like this is all like fresh off for the spring. Between high school, college too, and then travel. I don't mind paying that $7.99 or whatever to keep up with everybody.
Yeah, Game Changer is a really awesome tool that I don't, it's been around as long as I've been involved in youth baseball, but I don't know how long it's been around, but whoever created it and put it into action is a genius because it's a fantastic tool. It's lots of, not just for people like you who want to keep up with a lot of baseball, but even those mamas or grandmamas or whatever that don't live where the kids are playing, they can keep up with it. It's a really cool tool that we probably don't talk about enough.
Oh yeah, and I need to get a sponsorship off of them, but yeah, it is literally a game changer in the industry. And the high schools adapted it where the technology has made it where it links up to Max Prep, so they don't have to. I know you used to when I helped with high school, you'd have to sit and turn in the stats to Max Preps and all that, but it connects and you just send it right over and. It makes it very easy. Now, some schools don't do a great job. Like they'll do it on an iPad that don't have service, and then you won't get the result till later. Of course, I want those. I want the live updates. I want it live.
Right.
Now, the video. I shouldn't say I should care less. On the youth side, I don't watch much of the video just because if their audio is on, no offense, parents, but
yeah,
yelling. It is hard to listen to. But also it's just not great to see. It's hard to see right behind the plate. Usually they just put a phone up on the net. I watched Seminary the other day and it was a lot better.
Anytime they foul one straight back, it knocks it off the net, and then you're looking at the sky for
every now and then I'll click on it and just kind of watch. It's kind of my way. Like, I kind of keep my coaches up to check. If they getting a little silly over there, and I'm kind of watching them like their betterism and stuff. I'll text them like, "You need to calm down, bub."
Yeah,
it's tough. Baseball is man. It gets people into a different side of themselves. I know that. So
I know it makes Joe crazy.
Joe. If he sees some of these, he'll be like, "What are y'all doing?"
Hey, bro, I'm not even gonna say that. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna see y'all later. You know what I'm saying? It just, I don't know, man. Obviously we all know baseball's a very emotional sport, but how can I say this? How can I say this?
Joe, do you get fired up? Like, do you ever get like just rowdy?
Oh, I have. Yeah, but look, it takes a lot out of me to get to that point, though, bro.
Yeah.
It takes a lot out of me. Like I'll give you an example in high school. Now, I'm not gonna say no names whatsoever. Okay. Um, we're playing. I'm gonna say, all right, bet I got y'all right here. We're playing in South State.
Does that have to do with WWE?
We're playing in South State. Okay, playing South State. All right, 2018. 2018 South State.
Okay, so I was there.
Okay, now we're playing in Jones County somewhere.
Yeah. At my alma mater. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, the first at bat, I get on first, walk. I get the second. One of the middle infielders said some bogus shit to me. Oh God, excuse my language. Said some bogus stuff to me. And I look at him and I said, bro, did you really just say that out your mouth? And it was just like clockwork. Like I just tunnel focused, right? Because as soon as he said it, he backed off and went back in the six hole like he never said it. And I am sitting here at second looking at him, and the umpire is hearing me say, hey man, I want you to say that again to me so I can see you say it. And he never said it. But guess what? I get back. I score. The next at bat, he's on the mound. So I'm looking at Dex like, remember what I told you he just said to me that bat before? And yeah, man.
Dexter Jordan.
Yeah, man. First pitch I saw, I was in the top of the tree line.
Turn it up a little bit.
Bro,
well, that's probably the appropriate way to get fiery.
Oh yeah, and I looked all in. For the first time, I did something that I do not condone. I do not condone kids hitting bombs and they looking in the dugout, doing a little stare walk and stuff like that. I don't condone that. I feel like you should hit. If you know you got it, you got it. Put the bat down. You know what I'm saying? Take your jog. Like me to today, I still pick up my own bats after I hit home runs. I don't want to, I pick it up myself. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was the first time, Charlie, I ever felt like I needed to look in the dugout and let them know I'm him. I had to say it.
But here's the thing. He's
had to be the Mustangs too, right? I mean, come on, man.
I promise you, he's done that several times to other players, and they get affected where it advantaged him. So when I'm him, like it turns you on as a competitor, and that's what happens, And of course, I definitely know who you're talking about, and he's playing with a team he used to play with, and there's a reason he's there too, And
I figured out who you're talking about as well.
Yeah, he's him too. So that's what creates that, And speaking of like that, let's let this cameo because I really want to talk about this. But that's what happens. Like when you're high level, when you're mentally, physically, everything, when you're a high level competitor, and it can roll into the music industry as well. Let's talk about Super Bowl halftime.
Okay. All right. I knew we were going to talk about the Super Bowl at some point. So, all right. Before we talk about halftime, before we talk about halftime, let's get the game part out of the way. It was a blowout. I was glad that Eagles won. It was boring. Super happy for AJ Brown, former Rebel. But yeah, I mean, any comments on that? I wanted the Eagles to win. I really wanted both teams to lose. But if one team was going to win, I wanted it to be the Eagles. Good for them. Blew them out. Boring game. Patrick Mahomes is sad. Taylor Swift is sad. Everybody's sad. It's fine.
Travis Kelce's weird. He looked way better like with a buzz cut or something. I just want to say that.
He's been Taylor-fied.
Yeah, he looks weird, man, walking in with all that.
Hey.
And I think it affected him. But Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of any of them. I've never been a Mahomes fan for some reason. I should because he's a baseball guy. I probably would like him better if he played baseball. Maybe I like it, but his daddy's got a little more dog in him. I don't know. I should say that. I mean, he's getting the goat, conversations and stuff. But whatever.
His dad and John Rocker are going to fight. Did y'all see that?
All that too. So that's all.
No shot, Mahomes Senior fighting. No shot.
No. There was the video of them almost getting into a fight, but now they've scheduled a fight.
Oh yeah.
What?
Now Mahomes' daddy, he kind of looks like a crackhead, so I'm sure he's running his mouth. I'm sure Rocker, we all know John Rocker.
Rocker's jacked.
Oh, he's massive.
I didn't know he was jacked. He's crazy. He's already crazy, but I didn't know he was jacked like that.
Tell him what he said, but
Yo, that's crazy. Mahomes Senior and John Rocker, bro. That doesn't even. That don't make no sense.
I've never been a fan of Mahomes. Like I don't like the way his helmet looks. Like he's just, you know what I'm saying? Like he's not attractive. Now
Yeah.
I'm a Cowboys fan, so it's hard for me to root for the Eagles. Jalen Hurts, Alabama. I was a fan of him. Like when he went to Oklahoma, I thought it took some nuts, and he's got a lot of great stuff. But he kind of gets on my nerves too. I mean, he feels fake to me sometimes. Like he's great, but like when he played for Saban, he was so straight and narrow, and now he's kind of, I don't know, like, is that what y'all want to see? I don't know. I all that stuff kind of just like you either gonna be straight and narrow or you gonna kind of have a little thing, I'd rather you just.
There were a lot of divas on that field Sunday.
Look.
Yes. My favorite player is AJ Brown.
Yeah.
Starkville High, Ole Miss, all that stuff. But also, number one, and Allison will tell you, and what he did recently was the mental health thing. He reads a book every day, he writes a journal, does all the mental health stuff. And he also came out and open about suicidal stuff. And so there's a viral clip of him talking about it at a press conference. And he handled it like magical grace, a guy that plays like him, looks like him, all the stuff for him to do that for little boys and future competitors. Hats off. I love it when he got a touchdown. Love that part of it. You know what I mean?
AJ is a baseball guy too.
Mm-hmm. Well,
AJ's a baseball guy too. Yeah, he was drafted by somebody, Dodgers maybe.
Yeah, that's where Starkville just gets those athletes. I mean, State has 4 guys. Like it was Starkville Academy or Starkville, and I'm like watching them, and I'm like, how's that happen? Because I mean, the baseball team hadn't been that good, but you get an athlete, it shows up here, eat good up here or something.
Speaking of Allison, is she a Swiftie? She's on Instagram over here defending Taylor.
Yeah. So she done her bracelets and stuff. Yeah, I mean, she just likes the music and stuff. I guess I don't know. She don't really get into all that drama a whole lot. No, she's like a Lauren Daigle type girl, but yeah, it's not like she. I mean, she knows her songs and she gets excited about songs. She got into this halftime. Of course, we go and we cook crawfish. I've also put a video out about that. So Miss Tex, I've changed my name, Miss Tex Outdoors and Cooking, because I've been posting a lot of cooking. And my boy Stephen Lack, shout out to Stephen. He'll probably listen to this later. He's an award-winning crawfish cooker, and so I did whatever I had to do to make sure he cooked crawfish on Sunday. Mm-hmm. And it was awesome, bro. I videoed it, and Nolan loves crawfish, and we had a couple couples get sick with the flu. We got a lot of flus going around, and so we had a lot of crawfish left over. The next night, I put them on ice and I peeled them as I was watching the boys' game. Florida whooped Mississippi State's tail, and she cooked chowder last night, and it was awesome. She froze it, and in fact, Stephen came by and we gave him a bag of it, and it was awesome. So some of the best crawfish I've had. I can't explain why they're so good because I'm not picky, but these were really good. I don't know, they're just really good. So we had a good time with that. But nobody really understood the halftime show except one person that was there that's more music into the music. And of course, I kind of knew what was going on. And then when all that happened, I went on a deep dive to find out everything. And, with the lawsuit and everything. And I really have enjoyed that last few days. My TikTok for you has been nuts and it's been very, very funny. It's been very funny because I am not a Drake fan and never have been. And I didn't know this. And I've never really was a Kendrick Lamar, but I am now.
Yeah, Jackson had to fill me in on the beef with Drake and all that stuff. I listen to the music, whatever, but I don't keep up with the stories. And so Jackson, I don't know that he knows the in-depth, like real in-depth stuff, but he knows, the diss tracks and that kind of stuff. And so he had to fill me in on that.
A minor.
Hey, I'm a just come out and say it.
No, Joe's gonna know. Joe's in the era of it. So Joe, you didn't live. So when were you born?
0, 0, 0.
2000.
Yep.
All right. So So Tupac was already dead. So me and Charlie lived through Tupac and Biggie. So it was the same kind of thing, but it was like
No, that real beef though. That's real rap beef.
I mean, it was holy cow. And then,
there was people dying back then, Joe.
Hey, they shooting up cars back there.
Yeah.
What is, like Theo would be the best one to really use it as a comedy line and be like, yeah, everybody's getting excited about this Kendrick and Drake, diss and stuff. But if y'all remember Tupac and Big, like people died,
during
that. I mean, multiple, not just them two, but we also had like Eminem who, put out a lot of stuff. He was always dissing people. That, but Kendrick's very talented, very smart, won a Pulitzer, great lyricist and but also like his rap though is different, and that a lot of people are upset because Lil Wayne wasn't there. Like we had to touch a Lil Wayne coming, like I had a touch coming out of kind of my young years, and definitely appreciated his rap because it was kind of similar to Tupac, was very like clear, very lyric. Where it wasn't is not so much about the beat; it was very much about the lyrics. Like I'm a
Lil Wayne can blow you away with some of the lyrics that he has, and the double entendres and the multiple meanings and that kind of like. There's some real thought put into it.
Oh yeah, his doubles are he's the best double entendre guy. The title of the song is not appropriate, but he talks about underwear with Polo showing. If you can rhyme with polo draw showing and make it like mean something, but Kendrick does some of that same thing, and I definitely got into it more the last couple of days and looked into some other stuff, but my TikTok has been so funny. I mean, like those T-shirts that say Drake.
Hey, so I ain't gonna lie.
Joe, come on. Like what?
Yeah, this is Joe's era. Let's get his.
Look, I'm just saying. Look, y'all gonna hate me because I ain't gonna lie. You can deem me a Drake glazer. Drake, my God. Hey, you give me
that's the whole
Chris Shipley type glaze, straight up. You give me so I ain't gonna lie, but look, I actually love Kendrick. I love his old music.
Yeah.
And if y'all ever want to know how like versatile Kendrick is, there's a song with him and what's the guy's name? I think it may be John Mayer. I think that's his name. Or I'm gonna look it up. But
you're not talking about John Mayer.
I think that's actually it. Like I may be wrong though. Give me a second.
Not a rapper.
Oh, not a rapper. No, he's not a rapper.
It's got to be John. Mayer.
Right. I'm just waiting for my laptop moving slow.
I'm a little embarrassed that Joe doesn't know who John Mayer is, though.
Look, I grew up on Red Hot Chili Peppers, so don't even do that now.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Yeah. Don't even do that now.
Give it away now.
So speaking of Red Hot Chili Peppers and John Mayer, did you watch any of the Fire Aid, Charlie?
No.
All right, because your type of music, go look up Fire Aid, John Mayer. He done Free Falling, dude.
Oh, really?
Tom Petty and but he done like Gravity and stuff too, just himself on acoustic for Fire Aid for California, and Red Hot Chili Peppers came out too. There was so many that came out for Fire Aid, so I didn't even know it was on. It was on like when I went on my regular guide on my TV, it popped up.
Yeah.
And so I just clicked it, and it was so good. So I went back and got where my YouTube TV will record the whole thing, because I started seeing clips on TikTok, and I was like, Allie, we missed some epic.
Yeah.
It's but John's Free Falling went viral because it was like, he's 50, almost 50 years old now, and so good, bro. I
have to go check that out. I like John Mayer, and I really like Chili Peppers, so I'll have to go check that out.
Yeah,
all right, Joe, tell us why you love Drake and why Drake loves others.
Look, oh God, look. So basically, it's just pretty much. It all started because Kendrick kind of went on a little bit of a hiatus, and he didn't release an album for I think close to almost 4 years. 4 years Rare the Cases. It was like his last album. He came out hot, Rare the Cases. So for a second there, when it came to rap things, people were considering the big three. I mean, Lil Wayne is just the GOAT. So he wasn't even there. But you had Drake, J. Cole, and it was one other person. But here's how shady. This is how you know people just don't want smoke. So Kendrick comes out and says, Big Three, it just won, basically. And that started everything. So here comes J. Cole. J. Cole comes out and comes out with a diss song and then deletes the song. Takes off all this media and then goes on stage in concert and says, look, I don't want to fight this and that. You get me? I'm cool on both sides, where the case is. Now, in this, he was actually going crazy. But then he goes, I don't want violence. So here comes Drake. Drake's like, nah, screw that. I want all types of violence. You come with it.
And that's where he had the Kendrick opened his mouth and he won a Grammy or whatever. He put that on the song. Bro,
listen, I'm not gonna lie. I even started to question my own loyalty to Drake with some of the stuff that was coming out. Yes, the A minor part. The lawsuit, we think that's cap. We think what the young people say cap. Okay, we don't think that's true, but it got everybody going though.
But on the lawsuit, the lawsuit wasn't about the money. The lawsuit was to keep that from happening at the Super Bowl, because
that too.
Well, no, so because the NFL is paying Kendrick, NFL is involved, Fox is involved, and so Drake done the lawsuit because them lawyers are going to say, look, you're going to perform at halftime, but you ain't performing that song because it's got, the song is in evidence and this defamation trial deal.
Right.
So that's why he teased it. He said, I want to do something new. People
now, did you also know Serena was his ex?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And that was a whole thing. And look,
and SZA too, right?
Yeah, both of them was his ex. Oh, yeah. Do you see what Stephen A. Smith said about Serena?
Oh, yeah. Honestly, I kind of agree with him. Honestly.
Yeah, married now. And he's like, dude, if I was her husband, I'd be like, why are you even doing this? I mean, you still worried about it? That.
Right. Yeah.
Get it, but Serena did look good, though. She prepared for it. I thought she was doing it. Yeah, I didn't even really, put it together. And then Allie's like, oh, my God, that's Drake's ex. And then it went into, we didn't know, even Allie, we're sitting there watching at the friend's house, oh, he can't play that song. They just played the intro. No, And it was,
Yeah, because he teased it at one point. He said, "I want to play their favorite song or whatever," and said he couldn't. And then they went on and did something else, and then came back to it.
oh yeah, that's what that's what she kept saying. Like as we was watching it live, and she was like, he can't play it. And then when he rolled into it, and if you go watch all the reactions on TikTok, just type in Super Bowl halftime reactions. And some of these folks that really knows what's going on, they're like, they lose their minds when he, when he goes, "Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young."
Well, I will say there was a lot of like accusations on him because of him with young artists and things like that, young female artists.
P. Diddy,
And how
P. Diddy stuff.
yeah, P Diddy style type stuff, man. And, just less baby oil, I believe.
We can't get into that. But look, no, it's the same thing. So our era, and like P. Diddy was coming out because of course Biggie was with P. Diddy, and if Tupac didn't get killed, it had done been said. Like it wouldn't have been this long for P. Diddy to get in trouble. So it would have just happened, because it got about the rap game like from 2002 to now. It was pretty much quiet. Like who was significant? I mean, Wayne was, but
Wait, you talking about in the early 2000s?
No, let's say mid to like into the 15s. Wayne,
Jay-Z.
and
But Jay-Z is I mean, he's still around, but Jay-Z's been around.
Yeah, that's true. 50 Cent has some stuff, but whatever.
Yeah, but Little Boosie was just more. That was more regional. Allie was screaming.
Yeah,
that was regional because my boy. So I can tell you a story. Give him a shout out. Rico Holloway is AKA Big Reek. You can look him up on iTunes. Me and him play baseball together. You need to look him up, Joe. So he lives in Greene County, works at the shipyard. Love Rico Holloway, Big Reek. Little Boosie, he was a rapper. So Rico become a rapper, and he paid for his own stuff. And I broke my leg when I was 10 years old playing baseball. A guy slid into me in rec ball, and I sat out and sat in a lawn chair and came to every game. And my first game back, like out of the hospital, Rico told me he was going to hit a bomb for me, and he hit a bomb for me. And we've been friends for a long time. But he played football at Jones. He was a football player. He was really good. But look up Big Reek. But during that like 2005, 6, Boosie, like him and Boosie teamed up and done some stuff together. But Boosie done that with a lot of people, like out of Atlanta and just in the southern region. I think Boosie was more of a regional, like we love the way Boosie sounds, And I think that's why we love Lil Wayne too. There's
he is unique,
so much a regional aspect. Even though Wayne's like, internationally massive, but we love the way Wayne sounds because of where he's from. If that makes sense.
Yeah, you were talking about the rap from the mid 2000s on, and we were talking about the older stuff, and they used to. You think they're saying stuff now in songs? They used to really say stuff.
It was. You wasn't holding nothing back. But they
lived it. They would say it, and they lived it.
I make people uncomfortable playing Mr. Big.
Mm-hmm.
Stepped in the club, got my hair laid back, got my cane, and I'll do karaoke, and like he talks about very not good, stuff, but yeah, and then the diss tracks were like brutal. But because they could just put the parental advisory or whatever, it's not gonna play on the radio. But it didn't matter. You bought CDs back then. It was like you couldn't wait. It wasn't like no leak. There was no leak. You bought a CD. It was sell CDs, but they killed it too. But I mean, it was a different game back then. But this is fun. This is to me. This kind of got me excited again about.
But the top 3. So we actually forgot one, and I'm kind of ashamed that I forgot. So it says I'm just gonna read off the top 5. It says the top from Complex. The top 5 rappers in the 2000s. Number 1, Jay-Z. Number 2, Eminem.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why? How did we forget Eminem?
Well, because Eminem's older too.
I'm talking
Yeah.
about like so. It for me, Eminem was over in like 2002. Like an album, it become too silly. Like he got too silly. He got too caught up in some stuff.
Yeah.
But prior to that, like Eminem, yes, I mean 8 Ball and all that, like
Yeah.
great. But
Number
the Fan album was really good.
Yeah. Number 3, Lil Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Number 5, President Ye himself.
I was gonna say, yeah, I knew you were gonna say Kanye. Yeah. Yeah. He's the one I'm surprised we forgot.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm not surprised because
Hey, Ye got some stuff, man. Hey, like Eminem, he got into some stuff. Number 6 is T.I.
I'm gonna give you a different whole.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we all need to watch this, and we all need to like have a podcast about this podcast. Go, the 2 of y'all tomorrow. If you're traveling anywhere, got a time, go watch AJ Brown, not AJ Brown, but oh Lord have mercy, it's Theo, not AJ Brown. We've just been talking about AJ Brown.
Is it with Theo?
No, yes, with Theo, but it's oh my God, Antonio Brown. God, almighty.
Antonio Brown. Oh, now that dude.
No. I know he's lost his mind. So he started. So his TikTok's crazy. It's CTESPN. Because everybody's saying he got CTE because he went crazy. I watched yes, like last year he was on, and I told Allie, he's messed up. He's really not that messed up. He is like emotionally discharged. And maybe he is messed up a little bit. I don't know. But that dude is really smart. He's a really
no doubt. Yeah.
He is really smart. Well, you put him in with Theo Von, who's kind of an idiot, but also smart. They brought out the best of each other. Now, so this is funny. His is not TikTok, but his Twitter, he does like crackers of the day.
Yeah. I follow him on Twitter. He's interesting.
So I was like, what is he doing? Why is he doing this? I understand now after watching this podcast. You need to go watch that podcast. But he talks about Kanye, and it talks about Kanye being crazy acting and all this stuff. And I almost get it. I get it now more than I did. Like, I'm just saying, if you go watch that interview and you watch, it's beautiful. He makes Theo say the N-word, and it's like, and I know it's terrible, but Theo was so uncomfortable. He said, "I'm not saying it again." He got so mad. Like, Antonio made him say it, but like in a positive way. What he was getting at was like, we used to say that and everybody was good. Who made it bad again? He said, "I want to make it good." And it's like, he's like, "We're all brothers. We love," and I was like, that's the way most people think, but there's some bad people. And it made the cracker thing make sense. He's like, why can't we just say cracker? We got to make it terrible. We got to love each other. It was great. It was just a great, like, you got to listen. You got to sit there and listen. And it's kind of uncomfortable sometimes, but I thought it was very good. And he talked about Kanye, and it made me respect Kanye a little bit more because I was like, Kanye has lost his damn mind.
Oh, everybody thought he lost. He was on an island, with a straight jacket.
I think he lost
type crazy.
And where it was pushed. This whole Grammys thing with his wife and everything. Oh, that was weird. That was weird. I don't know. I mean, a lot of it's so weird, but it helps you understand it a little bit more. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'll go check it out for sure.
I'm gonna go check it out. I haven't. I won't lie and say I've watched a full episode of Theo, but I've watched a lot of like short 3-minute clips of him talking. And every single one I've always enjoyed. Yeah. So it's not like I know who he is, but like I haven't I will definitely watch his Antonio Brown one.
Oh, it's a perfect combination. Like it starts off with them like Theo's like, "Are we gonna put shades on?" Because Antonio had his shades, and Antonio's got a thing covering up his mouth, like he's dressed all black.
Yeah.
So he tells one of his producers to get him shades. And he gets these like NASCAR shades, and he's already got a mullet. And Antonio starts talking about his mullet and all. It is so. I sit in bed and listen to it. I don't usually sit in bed and watch podcasts in case I get excited because I won't go to sleep. But I had to listen to it just for a little bit, and I just couldn't stop. I laugh because
We will let's do that, and then we'll pick that up because I want to continue the music industry conversation too. I like that because Chancey knows a good bit about that. Joe seems educated about that, and that's I kind of enjoy that conversation too. So that'd be a good show for us maybe next week. But I do want to pick up on the AJ Brown Theo thing too. I want to go check that out. So
Hey,
let's plan to talk about that next week. Go
yeah,
ahead.
100%. And one last thing before we wrap up, just for all of us, what is the college matchup that we need to watch for opening weekend?
ooh, I don't know. Usually it's terrible the first weekend, but
So I will say, Ole Miss. I mean, again, I don't know how good or not good Ole Miss is, but Ole Miss is playing in the Shriners in Texas. They're playing at Globe Life, and they've got
That's what I'm watching.
Arizona. Yeah, they got Arizona tomorrow night, or excuse me, Friday night. Then Texas, then Clemson. All three of those teams are ranked in the top 25. So
that's it. That's going to
Yeah.
be the thing that good.
Oh, well, that just answered the question without even have to do any more work. That's where I'm watching. That's where I'm sitting my tail down.
you do have to subscribe to Flow Sports, but you can cancel it as soon as the thing's over.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ole Miss is playing out there.
I think I'm still subscribed from last year. I watched because the state played in it, I think, last year. But that's the rest of them is going to be terrible, bro. So, but yeah, I'm where you Charlie. Let's do music. Let's name it, because we are Small Ball Podcast. So let's do walkout songs, what's yours, and more.
Okay.
Like, we'll talk
Yeah.
music. Like let's base it around walkout songs. Like some.
All right, bet.
What would be the walkout song and like my graduation year? Let's do that. I think that'll be fun.
Yeah, that'll work. All right. Well, that sounds good. This has been the Small Ball Podcast. My power stayed on. I don't hear any more thunder, so I think we're in the clear down here. I'm Charlie Rogers, Chancey Rogers, Joe Gray. We had Kenan Turner on. Appreciate him coming on. Hope he's winning some money at his poker game tonight. Appreciate all of you, and we'll have a great show for you next week. Till then, good night.
Good night.